Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to cilinixfxcapital. It's great to have you all here again, and welcome to this new video right here on XPL or plasma, but I'll refer to it as both in this video, but it's the same thing, of course. We're going to do a full update right here. We'll talk about the fundamentals, we'll talk about the current situation in general, and obviously what to expect, right? That's by far the most important part of the video. And that's also why it's called a price prediction. I'll predict and I'll tell you what I expect from the price of XPL. Now, in terms of price action over the course of the last 24 hours, not much has happened. I mean, yesterday I told you I turned slightly bearish. That is still the case, although we have actually seen some constructive price action. So I wanted to talk about that. I think we have a chance to rally into $1, but on the 1 hour time frame, you can take a look at XPL right here, and you'll say, oh, it doesn't look too bad. We had a very strong support level right here at 85 cents, which I agree with. It's a strong level. And we've spoken about that level before, right? That it's technically significant. And we've gotten a strong reaction from that. And now you can also see that we actually broke above the 1 hour downtrend with relative volume. So that's all good. And then I would expect, but I'm not certain, that there's also some leverage. Yeah, there's also some leverage. So this all looks good. I would say technically, all right, I think it's quite likely that we're going to get a move up here. Although I must say, like this is, I would not buy XPL right here, but I'm look, if you watch these videos daily, you would have already known that, because yesterday morning I said, 75 cents and 70 cents, that's where I'll buy again, which I'm not saying we're going to drop down into that. I'm just saying that that's the first level where I would have confidence without needing to look at the price action. And at the current levels, I need to take a look at the price action, and I'm not convinced enough by the current price action to buy, all right? Because it does look good, right? It does look good on a 1 hour time frame. And if I would have to tell you what is most likely here, I would say we're going to see some bullish continuation. But I think it's good to zoom out a bit here and say that on the 1 hour time frame, it looks pretty good. And on the 1 hour time frame, we're seeing volume, we're seeing some leverage coming into the price, which is not a bad thing. Leverage is very much associated with being bad and being liquidated, etc. I think that's completely false. If you use correct risk management, leverage is just a way to open more trades with the same amount of capital. It is. But leverage entering the price of a coin is also not bad. But then if you take a look at the 4 hour time frame, you can again very much see why 85 cents is serving as a support for quite long, basically since Wednesday, I'd argue. But what you can also see is that the volume relative to the volume before is still very low. It still looks like the momentum is decreasing. Then if you take a look at the leverage right here, you can see we did this a couple of times. And the last couple of times it all was a failed break. And now we do have a bit of a fair value gap right here, which we haven't done often, which is a bit of a sign of strength. And I still do want to stress, I mean, it's quite a negative video potentially right now. I do want to stress that I'm a buyer of plasma, right? I wouldn't short, and the fundamentals are also still increasing in terms of the TVL. So I'm definitely interested in buying XPL, but ultimately on the 4 hour time frame, I need to see a break of $1 to say that this is a local bottom. And I do think it's most likely that we'll be able to see continuation into $1, but I would only buy, and that's not financial advice, so those are my personal thoughts, of course, but I would only buy if we're able to break above $1 with strength, because then we can get a move into 1.2, and that's still a good move, that's still 20%, I'll take it. Or I'll buy if we get a further bearish continuation into 75 and 70 cents, which I think is a very interesting level technically. So those are my thoughts. That's how I'm seeing the price right now. But I do have to say, technically on the 1 hour time frame, this looks constructive. This looks sustainable. So I do think it's most likely we'll rally into $1 and $1.02. And then the real test begins, which I'll keep you updated on. But those are my thoughts for now. That's what I think you need to know. So thank you for watching. I will see you hopefully in all my next videos. But for now, thank you for watching. Take care and have a great weekend. Bye.